I fucking hate Christmas movies.
They're
all the same plot, and I know we're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
But it's not just Hallmark movies.
No, it's not.
And also, why is it just Christmas movies? Why aren't there Hanukkah movies?
I can only think of one.
I've never heard of a Hanukkah movie. Maybe there's like a Charlie Brown one or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. And there's no Kwanzaa.
No, there is no Kwanzaa.
You know what? I'm going to say something controversial.
Fuck it.
Christmas is highly publicized because Christianity is a big thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, Christianity is a very white thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Hanukkah is Jewish.
Which is the start of everything.
And Kwanzaa is a black holiday.
Mm-hmm.
An African holiday, I believe. So it's just anti-Semitism and anti-blackness at work. Which is why the McElroy brothers created candle nights. Candle nights can be any time during this holiday season. You can decide when it is. There's no religious affiliations. It's just a time to be with the people that you love and celebrate.
Right.
Like, I think that's my beef. Is like, why is it Christmas? That's the only thing that, you know.
Yeah. Why we gotta say? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. You're
okay.
good.
Oh, it's because I have my hoodie on. That's why it's muffled. Duh. I
dummy.
couldn't hear myself. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with this. Yeah, I completely forgot.
Okay. All right. Well, you ready?
Yeah.
We got to bring energy to it. Your mom said so.
Yeah, she's like, y'all are boring. That's what she basically said that in a nice way.
Basically. All right. This is us just doing our own thing.
We just straight chilling.
He's Ro.
She's Meg.
It's Meg and Ro in the morning. Good morning.
Buenos dias.
As you heard probably just a second ago, because we probably did a cold opening for this episode, Ro's mom, Lily. Hi, Lily. She said that we were boring and we had to bring more energy to the table, which I'm gonna do. I'm Megan, and what's a fun fact about me? I am very comfortable right now.
Cool. Sweet.
I have a nice sweater on. It's my comfy pants, and yeah, I'm feeling comfy. That's all I've got.
Sweet. I'm Ro, and it's getting colder by the day.
Oh my God, it's getting cold.
It's getting colder by the day, and I'm gonna start whipping out all my jackets. And if my sister or my friends are like, "I'm cold," I'm like, "That's your fault. I ain't gonna give you my jacket." Sorry. I mean, you snooze, you lose at this point.
Exactly. Also, if you don't have very much hair, please invest in a hat. It's life-changing. So, as you heard from the cold opening, I think that's what a cold opening is like the opening before the intro.
The opening before the opening?
Right.
Before we open?
So, we're going to be talking about holiday movies, but more accurately, Christmas movies.
Mm-hmm.
I have beef with Christmas movies.
I don't watch them as much.
I think they're fine, and I know that people get into the holiday spirit from watching them.
Let's rephrase. This might be a Christmas beef episode.
No, I don't think it's my beef. I don't think it's a beef with Christmas.
Okay.
I think it's just beef with like Christmas movies.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
For me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when this started. I must have been a teenager, and I'm about to be 22. I'm only like 5 days away from my birthday.
Right.
At the time of recording. As you're seeing this is like after my birthday. I don't know. I just started not really liking things that were themed.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
we've talked about this before.
Yes.
So like, I don't like Halloween themed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. I mean, there's not really a lot of Thanksgiving themed stuff, I guess. But
yeah, I get. Yeah, there really isn't.
For some reason, Halloween, like, there's no like 4th of July themed movies or like cartoons.
No,
not
there's
that
like,
I could think of.
Just very patriotic.
Right.
Not themed, but like patriotic type There we go. Patriotic type movies or
yeah,
shows
but they're
or
not
whatever.
like, this is the 4th of July episode.
Right.
So Halloween and Christmas are like really the only holidays that I can think of that have very themed movies.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, like, okay, if it's a creepy movie, whatever. But if it's Halloween themed, I'm like, no, fuck off with that nonsense.
Yeah.
And then with Christmas, it's not like I dislike movies that are like set in winter or whatever. I just, for some reason, am not a huge fan of, like, when I was a kid, I used to love those types of movies. Maybe it's just the depression.
Seasonal depression, maybe?
I have all the time depression, but sure.
What was it? It was like, are you a seasonal depressed bitch? Like, no, I'm a depressed bitch, and it's always, I'm just seasonal.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It was a TikTok I saw.
Oh my God. Okay, so I think that my beef with Christmas movies is that they are all the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Well, okay. I see your point on Hallmark movies. Because Jack Frost and Polar Express are like different.
Okay, but the theme is always the same, in my opinion.
It's always a happy ending.
So what I'm saying is it's always trying to teach you the true meaning of Christmas.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
yes.
every movie.
Yes, and that point,
There's always,
everyone's the same.
There's some kind of Scrooge character.
Yeah.
Or there's like a kid who's like, I don't believe in Christmas. I don't believe in Santa.
Mm-hmm.
And then like inevitably something happens and like Santa is real.
Yeah.
Like, and that was the same. Like, I remember that there was a Johnny Bravo Christmas special. There was a Powerpuff Girls special. There's like literally for every cartoon that was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
There was a Christmas special.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all themed the same thing. And that's like, the true meaning of Christmas isn't about gifts and commercialism.
About family.
It's about family and caring for others. And yes, that's a beautiful message. I think that my beef is, why aren't we doing that year round? Like, are y'all like assholes just like the rest of the year?
Right. I only like you for the month of the end half of December.
Right.
The second half of December.
So, I mean, like, there are some Christmas movies that I still enjoy, such as the old animated Grinch, the original. Okay, that one's cute.
Yeah.
All of the Other Reindeer. Do you remember that one?
A little bit.
Yeah, it was about that little dog who like ends up needing to help Santa or whatever.
A little bit. I didn't see much of it, but I remember seeing parts of it.
I also like it when anime has Christmas episodes.
Okay.
Because there is a very small percentage of Christians in Japan, but they celebrate it as a couples holiday.
Okay.
So Christmas in Japan is what Valentine's is here in America.
All right.
So it's like a couples thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun seeing those episodes because it's from the perspective of Japanese people celebrating Christmas. So, you know, those episodes they're fun. They're different. They're from a different perspective. And it's not the same plot as what I was just talking about, where it's like maybe somebody doesn't believe in Christmas, or, you know, like it's usually like we're friends and we're going to celebrate Christmas together, or here's how Japanese people celebrate Christmas. Yeah. Also, you heard in the cold opening, why are all the holiday movies about Christmas?
There's only one, and I remember it has to be, it's a basketball movie, an old Disney basketball movie. And it's about this kid, like Jewish kid.
Okay.
And he goes to this park. Hopefully I can find the name of this movie.
Yeah.
He goes to the park and I forgot what basketball celebrity was in there. It may have been Michael Jordan, it may have been somebody, or Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know, but it was an old movie. And then at the end of the movie, they're celebrating what do Jewish celebrate? Hanukkah. They're celebrating Hanukkah, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I was so confused. I was a kid, and I was like, why do they have like candles? You know, why they have this little thing? You know, it looks so cool. That's the only movie I remember that celebrates like Hanukkah. But other than that one specific movie that hopefully I can find the name of, I haven't found anything else.
Why does it always have to be Christmas? Because not everyone is Christian. And like, not everyone who celebrates Christmas is Christian. Right. Because actually, Christmas was a pagan holiday. And so people still will celebrate the winter solstice, which was basically like Christmas before Christmas. I hope I'm getting my facts right.
A little history.
So like the winter solstice was something to be celebrated. actually all solstices or something to be celebrated because it's like the changing of the seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Christmas wasn't like Jesus wasn't even born in the winter.
No.
He was born in the summer. December 25th is not Jesus' birthday.
They won't tell you
That's
that,
something
though.
that the church
That's
made
a
up.
fact. I mean, I had an instructor, not instructor, but like a teacher, pastor, whatever, mentor tell me that, yo, he wasn't actually born that day.
Yeah. No, it's just that the
well,
church
he
was
told
like, this
me-
is a good time.
He told me, and this wasn't like recently. This was like when I used to go to like, you know, like churches would have like Wednesday classes.
Like Sunday school?
Yeah,
or
like
like Bible studies.
Yeah, Bible studies. Forgot what teacher told me this, but she was like, nobody really knows when Jesus was born.
Right. I mean, that happened
Like
thousands of years ago.
There is no birth certificate. Like, hey, bro, you were born on this day.
Right.
You know, like nobody really knows. It's just stories after stories after stories.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just like, you know what? Over time, let's just mark 25th of December.
Yeah. Well, and
And-
also that was like, you know, a good time to, I guess, celebrate. I don't know.
I don't know either, but
We should have maybe done some research on why Christmas is. This isn't a Christmas episode, though. Maybe we'll talk about it later in the month.
yeah,
We don't know why Jesus' birthday is celebrated on
25th.
the 25th, but it is. And I don't have beef with Christmas. I think it's lovely. If you're a Christian, that's great. I'm glad that you have faith in that. That's beautiful. But I just think that Christmas movies in general are really dumb because let's talk about Hallmark movies. And we're probably going to be describing
Every Hallmark movie.
like there's probably one out here. One of the podcasts I listened to, they did a really, I think it was one of the McElroy podcasts. It might have been their Candle Night special.
Okay.
It might not have been. I don't remember. I just remember listening to it. It was really funny. They did this game where they had to guess what Hallmark movies were real and what were fake. And they were all holiday themed.
Oh,
And I was
man.
listening to this like, they all sound real. Like, they all sound like I wish I could remember what it was.
I remember on Thanksgiving, I told my aunt, like, yeah, we're going to talk about Hallmark movies and how they suck. And she's like, what's wrong with Hallmark movies? And
if
I'm
you
like,
like Hallmark movies, that's fine.
eh,
You just maybe
expand.
expand your horizons a little
Go
bit.
to DreamWorks instead of Hallmark. I mean, go somewhere else.
Okay, so blonde woman.
Is that the name of the movie?
No, there's
Oh.
a blonde woman.
Oh, okay.
A blonde white woman
Okay.
who lives in the big city.
Right. Mm-hmm.
She moved there from her small town.
She's New York. All right, it's New York
She
City.
lives in New York now,
Cars are passing by.
and she gets a call from her dad.
Ring.
Her dad's like,
Honey,
the Christmas tree farm is failing. You gotta come back home.
we need your help.
And she's like, Dad, I don't have time for that. I live in the big city now. You wouldn't understand. That's how she talks.
Okay.
And she goes back to Carroll Town. And the towns are always named something Christmassy themed.
Yeah.
They're always named like, I don't know, something dumb Christmas related. Like I said, Carroll Town or like Evergreen or, you know? Like,
Yeah.
something dumb. And
Yeah.
her name is usually related to Christmas in some way. Like maybe her name's Eve.
Yeah, it's Eve or
Melody.
or Hope. Hope
Grace.
is a good one. You know, it's always something dumb.
So then she, and also, by the way, let's name her. Her name is Hope.
Her name is Hope. She has
The
a
main
corporate
character.
job.
She has a corporate job.
Mm-hmm.
She's very important. She's very busy. Like, she's always walking through the town with like a coffee cup.
Mm-hmm.
She can barely eat. She's so busy.
Yeah, always has a scarf, trench coat. My bad, trench coat.
Trench coat. Yeah.
Always has two phones.
Yeah. And they're always ringing.
Yeah, always ringing, always buzzing. I'm busy with
She's
nothing.
like, I don't even have time to think.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's got a big city boyfriend.
Yep.
But
Jake.
yeah, Jake.
Hope and Jake.
And so Jake doesn't really, you know, like they're together, but like, are they together? Like, are
Right.
they really meant to be together?
Right. They're the Instagram couple.
Yeah.
The influencer couple.
But Jake is kind of distant
Yes.
from Hope. So Hope's family calls her back to Carroll Town for whatever reason. Maybe her dad's sick and she has to take care of the Christmas tree farm.
Right.
Or, you know, their Christmas ornament business is going out of sale.
And some fucked up plot twist, the mom passed away.
The mom passes away. I don't know. Something happens.
Yeah.
And it's insane. So Hope goes back to Carroll Town. And that's where she meets Chris. like Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
like Kris Kringle.
He either works at the store helping out her dad,
or she's an old high school.
Yeah.
Like they like knew each other in high school. They were high school sweethearts,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're reconnecting.
Right.
And somehow they have to save Christmas, I guess.
Yeah, somehow.
There's always a plot line where they have to save Christmas.
He okay, let's put it this way. He delivers the pine trees
Right.
to the pine tree business.
Right. Whatever.
Or he cuts them down or whatever, right?
Right.
Hope, Chris from high school? And Chris is like, Hope, where have you been?
Mm-hmm.
Been out here, busting my ass, helping your dad out, saving this tree business.
And you've just been in New York.
You just lost,
you abandoned
disconnected
everything.
from us.
You abandoned everything for the big city.
This is not fair.
And usually, like, they're really kind of passive aggressive about it too.
At first, yeah.
They're like, "Oh, you're here from the big city? How's big city life?" They're always so weirdly condescending about that. And then, somehow the power of love brings them together, and they save Christmas.
They get trapped in they get trapped in a car.
Or like a
Snowstorm.
car, or maybe in a cabin,
Yeah.
or the power goes out because there's a blizzard. There's something like that.
They reconnect from high school. They talk about their past lives and what they want to do in their future lives.
Chris is a widower.
Oh, yes. Okay.
His wife is dead.
Somehow all the women die.
All the women are dead.
Except for the main character.
Except for the main character. And maybe also there's like, I don't know, a guy, like, maybe his name is like Scrooge.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably not actually named Scrooge.
Right.
But he is like rivals with Chris.
Yes.
Because Jake is usually not mentioned.
Jake is a popular guy in high school. Put it that way.
No, the Jake like from the big city.
Oh, Jake from
Hope
Big. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Jake from like Hope's city boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't get mentioned again.
Probably in the beginning.
Right.
Like in the beginning credits of every movie.
Or maybe like Jake is like, "When are you coming home, Hope?"
Right.
And Hope is like, "Jake, I think I need to be here for my dad.
I found my calling.
I found my
And
calling.
Messing with trees and
It's Christmas." And he's like,
dumb already.
"Screw Christmas."
Somebody in Hallmark's like, that's a good idea.
Oh my God, it's already happened though.
There's an old lady that somehow is an angel and connects Chris and Hope
Yeah.
stronger.
Yeah.
And she's in the background, like rubbing her crystal ball. It's like, oh, they're gonna be together forever.
She's
Christmas miracle.
either an angel or she is Mrs. Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's an old guy, an old kind of crazy guy, but he's kind of wise, and
Yeah.
he's actually Santa.
Right. And Santa or Mrs. Claus or the old lady, whatever, always connects with Hope, but never with Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then somehow, like at the end, when it's like the peak of the movie and they're happily ever after, there's always that awkward wink from a distance.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, like ding, like what?
And they wink at each other, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was so weird. And the breakup between like the big city boyfriend and the small town girl is always like dramatic, but it only lasts like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because she's like, "Oh, I'm over this. Chris, my Christmas boyfriend."
Yep.
Like that's every Hallmark movie.
And happily ever, and they fall in love within 2 weeks.
And
How?
somehow she's already pregnant, and it's like this is weird, and that's like every Hallmark movie.
They save Christmas, and then now what? It's January. What the hell you gonna do?
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
a damn thing. You want to go back to your big city job.
And then you have like, okay, this is not related to Hallmark, but I think that Home Alone is genuinely like a very bad movie.
If you break it down,
If you break it, okay, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, like, ugh, that sucks to watch. Home Alone morally has a lot of things wrong with it.
Yeah. First of all, you got 10 kids, 12 kids.
You have 1,000 children.
And you leave one. How you forget your one kid?
You
You already at the airport for. How do you get past security and passport checks? Okay.
She's literally, isn't she like sitting, like waiting to get on the plane when she realizes that they're missing Kevin?
I think they're already on the plane.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
There's like 4 Home Alones, 3 Home Alones.
Mm-hmm.
But they're already past security.
And she's like, "Kevin."
First of all, you have the tickets. You have 13 tickets and you got 12 people. How can you miss a person and like have an extra ticket?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you walk past TSA like that? You don't. Okay, first of all. Second of all, sometimes they get to their destination and they're like, "Where's Kevin?"
Yeah, literally.
And I'm like, "Kevin," and whatever. And then Kevin finds a way to
The
save
children
himself.
of these parents should be taken away by CPS.
What was it?
McAllister's, yes.
And I was always wondering, like, bro, how does this dude have so much money to go on a trip to pay for 12 tickets?
Yeah, like what does he do?
And I'm like, McAllister's, and he got like the sandwich spot, McAllister's.
Yeah.
So he sold sandwiches for a living.
Maybe he's the CEO of the sandwich place.
Nobody.
But
ever
like, it's not just like them leaving Kevin, but in that first movie, like literally, Kevin is not that much of a brat. No. Everyone else is being shitty to him and bullying him, including his own mother.
Yeah.
And like, one of the kids like still wets the bed, right? And he, for some reason, has to sleep with that kid. And he's like, he wets the bed. And his mom's like, well, I don't care. And it's like...
Yeah.
But, like, there's just... I watched a whole analysis video once about, like, why Home Alone is not, like, the wholesome Christmas movie you think it is. And it's just, like, it's problematic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like,
if you break down a lot of things...
His family is abusive to him. It's not wholesome.
No.
Did they not... And also... Do they address in that movie why they don't know any... Like, is it literally everyone in the neighborhood gone for the holidays? I have never heard of that being a thing ever. So the McAllisters are gone, and the only person in the neighborhood is that old fucking man? Like, why is everyone gone?
Damn.
And also, if they're not gone, like, why doesn't Kevin know them? Isn't it pretty common in neighborhoods to, like... vaguely know your neighbors,
to know your neighbor, yeah.
Especially if you're a child. Like back in when did that movie come out? Like in the 90s or whatever.
Well, the first one, yeah, like early mid to late 90s, I believe.
Well, that was like the prime time.
It was on a VCR. I know that.
Right, like that was the prime time that you would like go and play with other neighborhood kids.
Right.
So there's just a lot with the movie that's like
I didn't think about that.
Wrong, and then you get into like the fucking what is it? The Wet Bandits or something.
Oh, those that be stealing from the houses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are the police why are the police incompetent in this movie? I was about to say something, but it's too controversial.
Because it's a movie. The police always shows up like at the very last minute. And I'm like, I'm here to save the day. I'm like, no, you didn't. You weren't here to save nothing. And
then also, like, what's with, like, the cashier seeing this little child? Like, I guess it was the 90s, so things were different.
Right.
But, like, I don't know, man. There's just a lot of plot holes in that movie.
I don't know. I mean, I see it. Well, it's different. You don't see a kid buying groceries. You just see a kid go inside the store like, hey, I want this Hershey.
I have never seen like a child in a store alone.
Oh, for real?
Never.
Oh, I have. Well, I have in the supermarkets that like for example, the Brookshire Brothers is like right up the road.
Yeah.
The kids will just like walk from their house, go to the Brookshire Brothers and go back. Because the house is like right there.
I mean, I'm not saying that I would like be like, where are your parents? Like, if like kids came into Standpipe, and they didn't have parents, I would assume like their parents were nearby.
Oh yeah.
So I'd be like, oh, like, hey, you getting a hot chocolate, whatever. But like, I don't know. There's just a lot wrong with that movie, and I don't like how at the end
there's a lot wrong with like Christmas jingles.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, I don't want some dude knowing that I'm asleep or knowing that I'm awake. Watching
Santa Claus
24/7, 365.
The most terrifying cryptid that ever was.
There's a one called Krampus, or Klaus. I don't know. What it was with a K.
Yeah,
like an
Krampus is like a horror holiday movie or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
It was like anti-Christmas. It was okay. I thought it was gonna be scary. It was alright. It was whatever. I mean, it wasn't like the movie to watch. It was kind of disappointing.
Why does Santa know when I am sleeping? Why does he know when I'm awake? How does he know that I've been good or bad?
The fact that we sang that in elementary, it's like hardcore. Like, hey, we're gonna sing a song. Okay, cool.
Is Santa
Sees you
God?
when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Bitch, what the fuck? I don't want him to know that.
Well, it just makes Santa seem like God. How does Santa know all of this?
I don't want old Saint Nick knowing when I'm awake.
How does he know the sins that I've committed?
How does he know if I'm good or bad?
Exactly.
Does he follow my Twitter?
I know.
Is he on my Snapchat?
All right. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I also have a huge beef with people who do Santa. I'm sorry. That's a whole other like podcast.
Like dress up as Santas or
No. People who teach their kids about Santa and pretend like it's real.
Oh, okay, I got you.
We never did Santa when I was a child. And I just think that it's unfair to children who don't have a lot. They think that, like, Santa doesn't care about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if their parents can afford to get them presents, they're like, well, why didn't Santa come to me?
Right.
That is, like, your kids should be appreciating the people who actually got them gifts, not this weird fictional character. Like, the only fictional character that I think that you can teach kids about, and it's, like, fun and wholesome, is the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy isn't connected to any holiday. It's not connected to any religion.
I'm gonna bring it down to a kid. Like, hey, dude, there's a fly that comes in your room and takes your bone in exchange for coins.
Well, what I'm saying is, you know what I'm like with the Tooth Fairy.
It's neutral.
It can be as small as like a penny.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't have a lot of money, you at least have like a penny or a dime or a nickel.
You
right?
give the kid some hope.
And it's like, oh, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
But with Santa, it's like,
this is weird.
It's very strange. First of all,
yeah.
It does not seem fair, and it's also like you're teaching your kids to be grateful to this weird magical fictional creature instead of the people who actually got them the gifts.
Yeah, like, fat man, give me gifts.
Like, I've seen that some people will do like a small gift from Santa, where it'll be like something they needed, like clothes, right? Or shoes. And that's the one thing they'll do. Yeah. But for families who like really go all into Santa, I am judging you about that.
I don't understand. Well, like, if you're naughty, you get coals in your stocking. Man, I would appreciate a coal. Pop it in the grill. Now I would. Pop it in the grill, start cooking something.
Y'all didn't do Santa, right?
I mean, it was around. We had figurines of Santa.
But you didn't believe in Santa Claus.
Oh, man, hell no. You think I would put out milk and cook it for a dude? I'd eat it myself.
I knew
ain't putting out milk and cook for nobody.
Up until I was like 12 or 13 who still believe it in Santa.
Nah, when I went to Mexico, they were like, they would, instead of writing a letter to Santa, they would write a letter to the 3 wise men, which correlates to the Christmas and the birth of Jesus.
Right.
You know, that one has an actual meaning.
Makes sense.
But like a random dude in a red suit and a white beard, like riding around with 12 deers or 13, whatever it is. However many, with a big old sleigh that supposedly gives gifts to every kid in the freaking world, and somehow travels a night in like 8 hours. Travels a world in 8 hours.
Maybe we're just Scrooges. Maybe.
Hey, if we're Scrooges, Scrooges are popular. Look at the Grinch. He's popular. Look at Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a conspiracy of the Grinch. That's also popular too.
I'm just like, I'm not big into Santa. I think Santa's a dumb idea. I think Christmas movies are pretty dumb. I will sit and watch one with my family.
You know what?
But
I've seen Hallmark movies. I have never known what movie I've seen, like the title of the movie.
No, never.
I just sit and watch. I never know the title of the movie. I never know the name. Well, the characters' names are obvious, like Hope and Chris. I never know the title. Like, which one have you watched? I don't know, dude. What we just described about 10 minutes ago is what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Which is every other Hallmark movie out there.
It's like small town Christmas.
And Hallmark is expensive too.
Yeah. Like
the store.
Small town Christmas. Christmas in the snow. Christmas on the beach. Christmas in the bakery. You know, it's always like it's Christmas somewhere, I guess. That's literally probably a Hallmark movie name. It's Christmas somewhere. Yeah. I can't stand them.
On the other hand, watch Elf. That's a pretty good fun ride. I don't even watch it during Christmas. I'll watch it in the summer.
And that's the thing. It's like that's when you know it's a good Christmas movie, when you could watch it whenever. Like the Santa Claus is kind of good.
So yeah, watch Elf. Watch just say watch an Elf. That's it's the banger right there.
Let's start making non-Christmas movies Christmas movies.
Alright.
You know?
Yeah, some executive producer do it.
Oh, Harry Potter are Christmas movies.
Hey, for real.
Harry Potter are Christmas movies.
Demon Slayer's a Christmas.
Why is Demon Slayer?
Because it's like in the snow. Oh. In the mountains.
Oh, yeah. You could say that Lord of the Rings is a Christmas movie.
Lord of the Rings is Christmas.
Because this time of year is the time of year to snuggle up and watch things because it's cold outside and it's gross outside. So that's why people are watching all these movies. And you should be watching us wherever you find podcasts or on YouTube or Facebook to watch the actual show. We're everywhere. that things are, for the most part, Meg and Ro in the morning, Mr. in the morning on Twitter. That's the hashtag that you can use to get in contact with us. MR in the morning, Mr. in the morning. Our email is Meg and Ro in the morning. Ro, final thought. You have like 30 seconds.
Final thought is make sure you have a hot drink during this time of year, and don't be a psychopath like me and drink iced coffee.
And you know what? If I'm a Grinch, fuck it. Paint my face green. Okay, that was great.
All right.